It's always been here, it seems, always ready to extend a warm and helping hand to those in need, without judgment, without prejudice, and without payment of any sort. Then, as if a godly hand touched a shoulder and heads and hearts, a truly remarkable and memorable time began and ended with the building of a new shelter, office, cafeteria, and thrift store, which has become the new St. Vincent de Paul. How did it all happen?
Because of people in need who needed people like you.
Help with food, clothing, shelter, and other ordinary needs that become so extraordinary with just one more sunrise.
So how do we meet these needs at St. Vincent de Paul? With temporary emergency housing for individuals and families forced to live on the street or under an overpass. With over 60,000 hot meals served in a single year, and bags of groceries are offered without fee to families that might otherwise go hungry in their very own home. Last year, St. Vincent de Paul provided over 11,000 sacks of groceries to needy families. Vouchers for bedding and clothing are offered for those who survive in minimal shelter, and for those who want to present themselves with a bit more pride for a job interview, as well as free haircuts twice a month. While the thrift store is the largest revenue source for St. Vincent de Paul, it also serves as a resource for families in need of furnishings for the most humble survival circumstances, with dental care offered without a fee through donated professional care and a traveling dental clinic van, through carefully screened financial assistance to supplement costs of living like rent and utility bills, paid only and directly to the landlord or utility company. Prescription drug relief totaling nearly $15,000 was provided last year. In fact, nearly $750,000 was provided to over 20,000 families in need last year. And while this assistance is only available every 2 years to each family or individual, it can often be the boost that helps them over a particularly difficult time or challenge. And all of this is accomplished without a single salaried employee. Every cook, every server, every cashier, every sorter, truck driver, counselor, administrator. In fact, just last year, our volunteers at St. Vincent de Paul, nearly 300 of them altogether, worked nearly 100,000 hours to deliver the help that is so desperately needed. Financially challenging times for families have caused services at St. Vincent de Paul to be expanded 20 to 30% over recent years. The emergency family shelter at St. Vincent de Paul provided over 4,000 beds a night. 48 individual women and children are offered shelter every night. But again, this is accomplished only after assessment of need and a comprehensive drug test. Free laundry facilities are readily available, as are computer stations to facilitate job searches and training. St. Vincent de Paul has instituted a school supply program which provided over 3,100 sets of materials for grammar through high school students last year. Volunteers from St. Vincent de Paul reach out into the community with home visits throughout Jackson County. These personal contacts include assessment for rental and utility assistance, as well as groceries and furnishings where needed. An idea that came to St. Vincent de Paul from the state of Washington is the Urban Rest Stop. Here, people who must live on the streets or on the road can visit, shower, wash their clothes, and if their clothing is past usable, St. Vincent de Paul offers replacement garments and footwear, again, with no fee. St. Vincent de Paul partners with La Clinica Mobile Health Center and its licensed medical professionals twice a month to offer general health checkups, eye exams, and basic inoculations. And so you ask, how is it all accomplished? With volunteers at every stop and station at St. Vincent de Paul, with donations which are offered for resale, producing over $600,000 in sales last year, with generous grants from all levels of the business and philanthropic community, resulting in over $120,000 in support last year, with dinner auctions that generate near $5,000 several times a year, and with the annual Light the Winter Fires fundraiser, and the Knights of Columbus annual Christmas tree sale, and one more critical source, you.
You.
And you.
And you.
And you.
And you.
And you.
And you. And you.
And you.
You.
And St. Vincent de Paul.